you're going to be joining us tonight, we're going to be going into some meditation, breath work. I invite you to find a safe space to sit or lie down. If you have headphones, go put them on. And we're just going to share a moment. If this is your first time with meditation and breath work is ancient practice. Combined with modern science, we've gained access to understanding why our breath can control our state of being. So if you want to join in, I invite you to create a safe space where you can sit or lie down. Close your eyes and take your awareness inside. And I invite you into a gentle body scan, just running your awareness from the top of your head all the way down to your feet. As you scan your body, I invite you into an intentional breath. And all that looks like is you inhale, and then on the exhale, make the circle nice and even. If you can, inhale and exhale through your nose. But if you need to breathe through your mouth, that's also fine. As you breathe in a circle, I invite you to get really present here. Let your body be soft, let your mind relax. Follow your breath, deep breath in. Imagine softening your belly. Maybe you're relaxing your jaw, releasing your tongue from the roof of your mouth. This is a practice called circle breathing, fully in. And just soften into your belly. And then just release everything as you exhale. Dropping your shoulders away from your ears. The good thing about circle breathing is it's nice and sustainable, and you breathe whatever feels right for you, just following that breath. And when you want to get distracted, just pull your awareness back to the breath. Feeling calm and steady. Let everything come to rest. The beautiful thing about a circle breath is it puts you in a flow. It can get you into a flow state really quickly. So now I'm going to invite you into a breath called a box breath. And hold. Release. And hold. You should be breathing deep enough to hear your breath. Remember softening into the belly, relaxing your shoulders down. I invite you to remember why you're here. Hold. Keep the breath nice and steady. And imagine really expanding those lungs, just letting them be full. And the exhale is not about squeezing, it's about relaxing completely. And if you're sitting, sit up nice and tall. Now as you breathe in, imagine planting roots, stretching deep towards the Earth's magnetic core. And once you feel it, your roots connecting with the center of the planet, just breathe into that strength. Relaxing your belly down on the inhale. Maintain your posture, sit up nice and tall. And on the hold, make sure to relax the air down. Slow it down, let it be steady. And now, when it feels right, I invite you to connect it, so remove the pauses. Breathing all the way in, sip at the top. Fully in, and on this breath, we imagine moving water through us. Pulling up the deep water from your roots. Breathing in for 8 counts, all the way to the top. Fully in. Feel the energy, feel the power move through you. we've just felt. And then if it feels right, imagine breathing into your heart. So you're not only breathing up, but you're breathing out to fill the whole room. Relax your shoulders, release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Let it be long. Take your power back. And if it feels right, and you breathe in, I invite you to imagine just calling your power back with your intention from anyone that you may have given it to, consciously or subconsciously, wherever you've given your permission away. As you inhale, imagine breathing the power back into you. Directing the awareness towards the self. Fully in and let go. I invite you to rest, relax, breathing naturally, soft, a rhythm that works for you, but I invite your body into a place of stillness. So if you're sitting, sit up nice and tall. Relax your shoulders, relax your chin. Your breathing, be subconscious again. If you're lying, lie flat, uncross your legs. If you feel like receiving energy, I invite you to sit with your palms facing up. If you feel like you have an excess of energy and would like to give back, I invite you to sit with your palms facing down towards the ground. Continue in your breath, continue in a nice, simple circle. Letting your awareness stay on the breath as you inhale gently. Fully in and let go. And what if the concept of love was more closely related to surrender than it was to romance? That to love something as it is to see it as it is and accept it exactly as you see it, without needing it to be anything different. And what if you could just observe things without judgment? It takes 2 minutes for your nervous system to begin to relax after the body's been put in stillness. Imagine a gazelle going to water and it's not sure if it's safe yet. It takes about 2 minutes for it to calm down. And if you can leave your body in complete stillness, and whatever you feel, breathe into it. Letting your breathing be perfectly round. And just feeling what you feel. And breathing through every sensation as it comes. And if you feel tingling or numbness, breathe into it. What does it feel to be at this level? Letting your body be still, letting your mind be still. Just breathing into what is. truth of your awareness, the truth of your observation. You are a witness of what is. So release and relax. Accept and allow. You are safe. You are present. You can handle this. And you're learning your lessons. One breath at a time. And you ease into what is. Run your awareness through all the sensation. Where can you release, soften, allow it to be heavy and just drop, like rain from the clouds. And just feeling whole and centered. Breathe into the feeling. Whatever comes next. You just do the next right thing. And in every sensation, there's at least 1% pleasure. I invite you, if it feels comfortable, to turn your awareness to whatever is most pleasurable about this moment. Maybe the tingling feels good. Maybe the lightheadedness feels good. Find the pleasure, and I invite you to amplify it. What if it felt twice as good? What if you could spread that tingling through more of your body? What if you could breathe into the entire room? And you feel yourself take up space. And you feel yourself worthy and like you belong. You deserve to breathe this air. And you deserve to feel this good. And you release in your body. And you accept with your mind. And you feel what you're capable of feeling. And you trust the divine. And trusting all that is. You came here for a reason. Maybe there's something to clear away, something to let go of. something to accept and to embrace. And what if in this very moment, in this very breath, you could feel exactly like you've always wanted to. In this private moment, just for you. What if you sat in your authentic space and you felt like you belonged? And you feel trustworthy, worthy of your decisions. There's a core of you that knows what's best. There's a center that knows what's right. Just breathe into this moment and find the delight. What feels best about right now? What's worth breathing into again and again? If it's not the truth of this moment. And time spent with friends. And you know that everything that you've gone through is something that's been shared by someone else. Life moving through a process. Life always finding a way. And you trust your evolution. And you trust your higher self, your highest self. Whatever it is that's brought you to this moment. I am, I can, and I do. Let every breath call your power back. Releasing chains to things that no longer serve. Breathing into your knowledge that you got this. And trusting what's known. The truth is you are here. The truth is you made it through. Whatever pain, whatever resistance, it's in the past. The truth is you are. And breathing into that beautiful thing. The truth of what you are. Soften the belly down. Release your abdomen. And soften into this moment. And then I invite you to take a deep breath in. And sipping at the top. Drop your chin, drop your shoulders, whatever you feel, I invite you to just feel it. It's a sensation. You are stronger than any sensation. Move the awareness down to your belly. Imagine a sun in the center of your chest, radiating out infinitely in every direction. Through all space and time, a light that releases, relaxes, accepts, and allows, that unwinds and untangles, that feels everything there is to feel. And release until comfortable. long as you want. Dropping into the moment. If you notice any tension, relax into it. You are safe. You breathe deep to build up your oxygen, to release your CO2. And just feel what your body is capable of feeling. Find the stillness. Take your awareness to the earth beneath you. Breathing natural and soft. Notice how firmly you are held. And I invite you to find the gratitude. Imagine, in your experience, there was a film around it, something that blocked out light. And imagine that you poked a pinhole of light into that, and in that space you felt the light flood in through that little pinhole. As you breathe, as you be, as you feel, imagine that you make that hole as wide or as closed off as you want. A little light, a lot of light, and you just breathe into the light. It can be sunlight or starlight or moonlight. Use your imagination. And if you feel like taking up the whole night sky, breathe into the beauty of bathing in the whole night sky. I'm going to employ your imagination as you sit here and breathe, releasing deep into your body. Imagine accepting at a cellular level. And if someone in here was feeling some sadness, what if you felt it with every center of your being? A grief or a loss that you weren't able to actually feel because it wasn't the right time or whatever. Feel it. You're okay. It's okay to be sad. The key to happiness is not about always being happy. It's about knowing what to do when you're sad, knowing that you have friends to turn to, knowing you can always turn to your breath. You can find, there are resources out there. And a funny thing happens with acceptance. If you allow yourself to be sad, you feel it, and you feel it move through you, and it sucks. It sucks. And if you're grieving something super important, you might be sad for a while. It's okay. Been there. Been down the dark tunnels that you don't know where the light is. It's okay. That's why in this visualization, imagine a light. If you're in a tunnel right now, I invite you to open up to the awareness, to the experience of the light at the end of the tunnel. And if you've seen the light at the end of the tunnel, I invite you to breathe into that light. Allow it in. Just feeling energy and radiance, acceptance and love. The best of what there is to feel. Thank you for joining me, by the way. Thank you for sharing a moment of breath, an experience of reality. One of the things that I love about breath work is it helps me process emotions. Your emotions are just your intuitive feeling nature, the feeling behind the logic. and the reason and the physical body, the feeling behind it. You know, the thing about feelings is humans are capable of feeling the most incredible things. And you think you'd be happy, being blissfully happy. But the truth is you'd get bored. And how do I know that? Because every time you've been blissfully happy, you got bored. And you don't, and there's a level of releasing the victim that you have to come to before that can be received in the loving energy in which it was intended. It sounded a little harsh when I said it. Anyway. I hope today finds you well. I hope today finds you in a greater sense of acceptance than you had yesterday. As mentioned at the beginning, that love is more closely related to surrender than it is to romance. And like Valentine's Day, the true act of loving something is to see it as it is, to accept it. And the reason why gratitude is so valuable is because gratitude assigns it a value. And when you say thank you for this thing, you're saying I value this thing in my life. And then the more things you can be grateful for, the more gratitude you will see reflected at you in your experience. I also feel pressed to share a concept called your self-esteem generator. If you're going on a self-love journey and you're trying to expand into that self-love awareness place, I invite you into an activity. I invite you to write down 5 tasks. And these tasks are what are called shopping cart tasks. They're things that we do that we know are the right thing to do. And no one will blame us if we do it wrong, and every time we do it, we can feel good that we did it. You know, shopping cart's a perfect example. No, you know, everyone knows you should return your shopping cart. You don't have to. And I'm not judging people who don't. But if you do it for the activity of making yourself feel better, it's a shopping cart activity. I do that one. I'll pick up trash. I go on walks every day, and if I see garbage and I'm right next to garbage, you just throw it away. No one will ever know. But I know. And I feel better about myself and my world. And it's a lot of those little acts, setting boundaries that make you feel empowered instead of disempowered. You know, those little things, those moments give you self-esteem. And then once you're full of love and recognition, you don't have to worry if you're shining too bright for other people. You don't have to worry if your authentic truth scares someone. Because you will highlight other people's demons, the shadow aspects of themselves that they haven't gotten into alignment yet with, I guess. And so as you go through a breathwork process, one of the things that comes up for people are emotions. And I invite you to breathe into them. Be sad. You know, when you're in a really dark place, it's hard to be sad because you don't know that sadness will ever end. And it will. I promise. It will. If it's a grief that you're holding on to from the past, sometimes as humans we do this thing where we attach grief to meaning and assume that if we are no longer grieving the thing, that it has no meaning or value anymore. You know? But grief doesn't provide value, it provides experience, it's a flavor, it's like a filter on reality. A color, a tinge you can give any moment, like incense in the room, it's an energy. You know, guilt, shame, fear, separation, all of these things, they're just decisions. And the heaven that's always present is the alignment to the decision that you can release those things. They don't have to be real. Now is as perfect a moment as any to breathe into this moment with a sense of personal empowerment, of knowing what you're worth. Yeah, people may have disagreed with you in the past. So? I remember there was a day when I realized that my parents did the best that they could. They did not raise me the way I wanted to be raised. I was not the perfect son, and they were not the parents. You know, it was just a thing. We fought each other constantly. And I was so mad and angry at them. And, coming out and all that. Like, it was just, the whole process was so hard. And I remember sitting on my front porch, and it just dawned on me that they were doing the best they could. And something about that felt vastly unfair, because I couldn't blame them anymore. Because when you're authentically doing your best, if all you have is 70%, you show up with 100% of your 70% and you do your best. And a lot of the things that I disagreed with are just examples of heritage, learned behavior. Their parents did it that way, and their parents did it that way. But realizing that they were doing the best that they could, there's a level of love and forgiveness and understanding that comes with that. And I remember I just was so sad, and I just cried because I was so angry, and I had no one to direct it to. So what did I do? I got mad at God, and I just let it out. And I felt better. Not right away, like when you pull out a splinter, like there's a core of you that felt better. There's still healing and stuff that had to happen, and that's okay. Excuse me. I just wanted to share that. So, whatever it is you're going through, someone's gone through it. Excuse me. And someone figured it out. Just like you'll figure it out. And understanding that the world, evolution, doesn't really support random chance. Things evolve for a reason. Your awareness present at this moment is here for a reason. Find out what it is. I can't even begin to assume to tell you. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to let you know that it exists. And then just... One thing that really helped me in life also is the energy of doing the next right thing. In life, all you can do is one thing at a time. And if the energy that you do that one thing with is that it's the next right thing. What's the next right thing? That. Do it. And then do it again, and again, and again. And when you're in a fight and you're in an argument, pull yourself to that space. What's the next right thing? And just as a life hack, something that I've always used is I stick to the truth. And I say, what I want, like, okay, and I just get really clear. Okay, so clearly I'm not communicating this well, and therefore I need to X, Y, Z, and I share my intention. The truth is I love you. Anyway. I love relationships. I want to talk to that for a second as well. If you're in a relationship, I invite you to be open to the awareness that relationships are the cauldron of human emotion, the human experience. Anyone can have an experience of the Buddha sitting on a mountain all by themselves, breathing and thinking nothing. That's not hard. What's hard is maintaining that energy when you're being blamed for something you did not do. What's hard is learning to love people and accept them as they are and let them be, because they'll figure it out just like you did. Having faith and trust in yourself gifts it to other people. Having love in yourself gifts it to other people. What do you want to gift to other people? What do you want to feel? Grateful, loved, accepted, cherished. All of those feelings can be experienced in breathwork, and then in creating that feeling within inside yourself. Some people aren't aware. Alchemy has been related to magic, but it was closer to chemistry or psychology. It's been related to chemistry, and it's closer to psychology because it is chemistry, but it's the chemistry of your brain. Alchemy is how to transmute base emotions into their higher divine emotional counterpart, to switch from mental states, to go from a place of pure triggered, like fully ignited, to taking the moment, grabbing your power and like feeling that energy of being able to diffuse it, and then come at the situation with the truth. Like, that's power. And breathwork hones your awareness and teaches you how to focus. Because the truth about awareness is whatever you focus on expands. And breathwork, whatever you focus on will expand. Quantum physics has this experiment where they take a slit, and they were trying to figure out if electrons were particles or waves. And they took this like metal sheet and they put a single slit in it, and from one side they shot electrons. And as a particle, when it goes through, so if you imagine a BB gun shooting through that, it would leave a BB gun a straight line. It would be a particle going from point A to point B. However, if it's a wave, you take that same experiment, you submerge it in water, and then you put a ripple, and that ripple will hit the hole in the wave, and as it ripples through, the way it'll impact that back wall will be what's a wave pattern. So that's what they were going to see, if this, if it was a particle or a wave. And so when they shot it through, correct me if I'm wrong, it's been a minute since I read this study, but when they shot it through, it acted as a particle. It showed a particle pattern on the back, I'm fairly certain. It was a wave. Damn it, I forget. Anyway, the moral of the story is they ended up putting two slits in it, and they shot it, and they realized that it was acting like a wave. So it was passing through the metal in a wave pattern. And so then what they did is they set up a camera next to the entry point. They're like, well, if it's going in one of these, it has to be going in one or the other. So they put a camera there to observe it, and then as soon as they started observing the situation, suddenly the electron went through only one of them instead of both, and it produced a particle pattern again. There are great videos that describe that. So look up like a wave, electrons, a wave particle YouTube video. I'm sure someone will do a much better job than I just did. But the crux of the story is that it was their observation, your human awareness, that altered reality. A fun thing to think about. When you build physical reality, you start with a single point, and you create another single point that is in a line, right? And if you take a bunch of points and you extend them up into a plane, you have a two-dimensional flat, imagine an infinitely flat piece of paper, okay? Well, if you take one of those infinitely flat pieces of paper and you take all of the degrees and you go 90 degrees, bam, you get three-dimensional space. And then the question's always been, how do you go 90 degrees from point in three-dimensional space? You can't, because there's no logical 90-degree point from that mathematically. And something that I've been playing with lately and considering and enjoying the thought of is that the next dimensional step would be inward. And that's what consciousness and awareness gives us the ability to do. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm just getting over something, I apologize. But that's what awareness allows us to do, is to go inside. That's what meditation is. It's a step into the fourth dimension. The only 90-degree point, that we could be sitting in the same shared space, but your internal, mental, emotional reality could be at a completely different reality. And that would indicate as a point, I guess, on a fourth dimensional line. And I thought that was kind of fun. Yeah. Anyway, just wanted to share that. So, how's everyone's day going? Thanks for coming and vibing with me. I appreciate it. Are there any questions? Is there anything that anyone wants me to talk about? Yeah, of course. Thank you. I like jumping on and sharing. Good, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's fun stuff. What I love about breathwork is it's infinitely free. It's nice to have guides for sure. And if you enjoyed this video, check us out on YouTube at Breathing Empowered, all one word. We have breath sessions and sound baths and some fun stuff on there, so go check it out. That's fun. Hello. Anxiety is really bad. I've been there. I can feel that. I'm wondering if we want to go. I can take you into a little breath session if you'd like. Oh, yeah. So when it comes to breath work, one of the beautiful things about breath work is that it can elevate your experience. So I want you to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, okay? So find into yourself. Sorry, I just got hit with this like wave of anxiety. So here's what we're gonna do. I invite you to find a safe space. Sit or lie down, okay? And in this moment, I invite you to take in the space that you're in and decide that you're safe. Whatever you're feeling, wherever you're at, this is the space where you're going to go and feel and be in this sensation, okay? And it can be any sensation. I don't discriminate between the happy and the sad emotions. They're all just a state of being. So whatever it is you're going through right now, whatever you're feeling, we're going to do that, we're going to take it, and we're going to join the breath. We're going to start working together, okay? So here's what you do. Decide you're in a safe space to sit or lie down. Putting the body in stillness. The goal of stillness in the body is because when you have anxiety, it wants to translate as movement. However, if you put yourself in stillness, you communicate to your nervous system that you are physically safe. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I invite you to turn your awareness inside, and I invite you to observe. Now, your first scan, we're going to observe without judgment. Instead of writing a story around why you feel the way that you feel, I invite you to look at it with new eyes. What if you could see this sensation for the first time? Well, that wasn't a story. It wasn't labeled anxiety. It was a state of being. It's energy running through your skin. I don't know. Find a feeling. And then I ask you, in a perfect world, how would you choose to feel? What do you want to feel? I invite you into a breath, taking your awareness to your breath. You're going to breathe into your belly, releasing down, into your chest, and let it go. And follow that circle, belly, chest, and let it go. And as you breathe in this nice rhythmic way that feels perfect for you, draw a perfect circle, breathing fully in, exhale, letting it be even. I invite you to breathe into the sensation, whatever is your truth. And imagine the breath expanding that space, diffusing it almost. Just accepting into the sensation of your lungs expanding fully out. Relaxing your belly, relaxing your shoulders. And just dive into the sensation. And if you need to slow it down, slow it down. If you want to speed it up, speed it up. But keep it even and take out the pauses. And I invite you to release, relax. accept and allow, even if you just repeat that to yourself. These are the 4 pillars of surrender. Just breathing deep into the breath. Sitting up nice and tall and confident. And just letting everything go on the exhale. The exhale isn't about squeezing the lungs out, it's about relaxing completely. Fully in and just letting it go. And you feel what you need to feel. And you go where you need to go. And you feel yourself anchored in this present moment. Take your awareness firmly to the ground. And feel how steady, how firmly you are held. And imagine breathing deep into the ground. Imagine you're planting roots. And every time you breathe in, they push through deep red clay. A substance that is minerals. It provides minerals and it also detoxifies. That gifts as it draws away. Feeling firm and steady. Anchored firmly in the now. Pull your awareness right to this present moment. And I invite you to really feel into this room. Breathing out with your heart, shoulders back. We're not craning our chin up, chin parallel to the floor. Letting there be length in the back of the neck, but not too far down. Find a happy medium. Imagine sitting up nice and tall. And I invite you to imagine you are royalty. And you're in a castle, safe on a hill. And you have an army, and you have a community. And you're safe and protected and still. And breathe deep into that imagery. And really making it yours. Imagine the perfect sanctuary, the perfect sense of security. And let every breath draw that feeling from deep inside you. And as you focus on it, it expands. And as you focus on it, you feel the energy clear. Fully in and let go. Fully in and be here. All your strength and all your power. Rest firmly in right now. You can release any story, turn any page, start a new chapter. What if this moment was fresh and new? Seeing with the eyes of a child. Breathing, exploring what is. Letting the feelings wash over you and crash in waves. And breathe deeply into what is. And you take your awareness to your awareness. And you watch yourself observe. And the feelings are felt by you. But the observer is not the observed. If you can feel a feeling, it's not you. If you can see it from the outside, it's not you. All these stories, all these ways of knowing the self, they're not you. And let your breathing slow down and be steady. Finding a safe and comfortable breath. Sitting up tall, sturdy, firm, like a blade of grass. And release what no longer serves you. Fear is resistance. Fear draws back. Fear hangs on and perpetuates. If you think about it, the purpose of fear is to create more fear. Your fear of heights, by definition, keeps you afraid of heights, and it thinks that the fear is keeping you safe. Heights aren't a danger. Falling off of them is dangerous, yes, but heights are not, unless you align to a fear that heights are scary. And keep your fear of heights, whatever it is. Don't let me tell you what to do, but know that those stories are always subject to change. Just because you remember something from a specific perspective doesn't mean it can't shift. Growing up, reparenting the self. When we were a kid, we felt a lot, and they labeled it sadness, and they called it a disorder. When there was sadness in the world, and we felt it, they called us bipolar. Some of us are ADD. We come with all different mental states. But the thing that we all share is the awareness, the observing force, and in that, we are all the same. And just release and relax. Breathe into a new experience of right now. What if this was safe? What if you did belong here? And everything else was just a story. Releasing your jaw, relaxing your shoulders, finding length in the back of your neck. I invite you, if it feels safe and comfortable, to call in your highest self. The best version of you. If you're religious, call in the deity that you prefer. Whatever energy that is. The highest, best version of you. If you do not have one, I invite you to imagine a mirror. And as you breathe in deep, steady circles, breathing loud enough to hear your breath. And as you see this mirror, I invite you to imagine the perfect version of you. Sending energy, sending breath to this mirror. Seeing it in your mind in perfect reflection. And see the look in their eyes. Make eye contact with the perfect version of you. That perfect version of you would get you. They would understand you. They would know what you're going through and know why you did what you did. They would accept you because they are you. And you have a right to express. You have a right to be wrong. You had a right to be naive. Just like you have a right to be strong now. And you have a right to believe. Believe whatever feels right for you. Align to the highest version of self. What if that energy was here now, in you? And you had the very special gift of gifting your reality with that energy. So if you believe in Christ, calling in the energy of Christ, what if he was here now? And breathing into the love and acceptance that he taught. And releasing, relaxing any expectations. Or decisions about what things should be. Because if you can breathe into right now the truth of what is, the truth that you're here, we're observing this moment together. When you're going through things, you can feel them in your body. Breathe deeply and just feel. Feelings are okay. Sometimes they're happy and sometimes they're sad. But something brought us together today. So when I tell you you're not alone, and I tell you that there are energies that care, it's as close as a breath away. Just look around and see what's here. Everything reflected at you was probably made or gifted by someone else. Sure, you bought it with your money. But the time, energy, life, and attention that brought it to you through boxes, through shipping, through travel. 1 million nameless people, a whole colony of little observers just like you, brought this to you. The technology that we're using, I didn't invent it. I bet you didn't either. And yet here we are, sharing a moment, sharing a breath, across all space and time, sharing an eternal right now. And doesn't it feel sublime? Take your awareness to the strongest sensation, whatever that is. Breathe deeply into it and let go. And I invite you to find the pleasure. Every sensation is 1% pleasurable. In sadness, there is catharsis. In being sick, there is a taking care of yourself where you get to make it about you. That's why most people have breakdowns. Is because they've given so much that the only time we'll logically give them a moment is if they're sick. If they have a breakdown, because they've been taking care of everyone. They've been feeling too hard for too long. So breathing into your strength. Releasing deep into your diaphragm. Relax your belly down. You are safe and you are worth it. Breathe from your base all the way up to your crown. And I invite you to contemplate nobility. What does it mean to be a king? A ruler, sovereign, a queen, a goddess, an empress, a god. observer. What does it mean? And I invite you to ask your higher self in this moment, the best version of you, what is the best intention I could have? Why am I here? What am I trying to feel? And whatever it is that you want from this moment, from right now, I invite you to convert it into a feeling, transmute it from a mental place to a feeling, emotional place. If you want to feel free, if you want to feel calm or safe, grounded or loved, expressive or creative or connected, any of it, it's all about your inner world. And it's much more about allowing those states of being to exist than it is about creating them. What if you felt free in this moment? Imagine all the chains, all the binds just slipping off you, and you being free and authentic right now. How would you breathe? Letting your breathing return to normal. Let your body be still. Let your mind be still. Behind every experience, there is a feeling, a sensation. I invite you to turn your awareness to the feeling inside that you want to have, the best feeling. Imagine the best possible sensation, whatever that is. And go all out, the best feeling. Breathe into it. Imagine feeling deeply loved and appreciated, seen, understood, known, perfection, love, whatever it is for you, find your meaning. What if you were loved as deeply as you love and accept yourself? What if the moment was always available for you to love yourself a little bit more? What if it's in increments and steady decisions? The consistency and repetition of today. That's going to allow you to feel the frequency, to maintain the energy. And find strength in today. So I hope that you are happy. And I hope you know that you're loved. And whatever you're feeling, wherever you're at in your process, go through it. You're okay. If you enjoyed the energy of this video, please check out my YouTube at Breathing Empowered, all one word. There's breathwork and sound baths. I'm going to upload this video to that YouTube after this. So if you enjoyed tonight's session, go check it out. There's a lot more that came from. It's fun. Hope you find yourself well. Do something that's loving. Take a warm bath. Give yourself something good to eat. Find your favorite incense or light a good candle. I love you. You're worth your journey, and you will survive every sensation. Breathe, find your power. There's strength in what you're going through. It's a part of the human condition. We're in this together. You got this. So there you go. That's my blessing and my wish and my hope. I love you, I love you, I love you. The divine light in me sees and recognizes the divine light in you. Namaste, my friends. Now go drink some water.